Good morning, children. Today we are going to see about adaptation of animals. Last class we have learned about weather and climatic changes and what are the factors of climate. So in this class we can see about adaptation of animals to different climatic changes. Now, what is meant by adaptation of animals? The features of an organism which enable to survive in its habitat. So, some of the characters of an organism make them to survive in its habitat. Habitat means it is the dwelling place of an animal or the place where the animal take its shelter, isn't it? So, some characters of an organism is responsible for them to survive in its habitats. Okay, so such features of an organism to survive in its habitat is called adaptation. Now, first of all, we are going to see some animals can able to survive in polar regions. Yes, so they are having certain characters which make them to survive in polar region. So, adaptation to polar region. So, animals like polar bear, penguins, reindeers, foxes, bats, seals and whales which can be found in the polar region. Okay, so example for the animals which are found in polar region are, what are they, children? Polar bear, penguins, reindeers, foxes, birds, seals and whales. So these are certain animals which are found in polar region. Now, first we can see about adaptation in a polar bear. So, polar bear have certain characters which made them to survive in the polar region. So, let us see about that first. Now, first thing is polar bear has thick layers of fur. So here in this picture you can see the picture of polar bear. In this itself you can understand that it has two thick layers of fur. Okay, so it has thick layers of fur which protect it from the extreme cold. Due to the presence of this thick layer of fur, they can be protected from the extreme cold so that they can survive in a polar region. Understood, children? Then you can see here the color of the fur is white, isn't it? So the white fur blend with the snowy background. So polar region means the region which is covered with snow or ice caps or glaciers. Yes? So here the white fur of polar bear, it will mix with the snowy background which protect it from hunted by its predator. Predator means the animal which try to kill the prey. Prey means the animal which is catched by the predator for its food. Okay, so predator means the animal which catch another animal for their food, and prey means the animal which is catched by the predator as their food. Okay, so here polar bear has white fur which will mix with the snowy background and protect it from hunted by its predator, and it also help to catch its prey. Okay, so its prey also can be catched by it because of the presence of white fur which will mix with the snowy background, which is very difficult for other animals to find it. Okay, to identify the polar bear. Then It has a thick layer of fat we know as, so that is called as blubber, which is under the skin. Under the skin it consists of thick layer of fat which insulate its body from the cold and keep it warm. Understood, children? So inside, that means under the skin of the polar bear, there is a thick layer of fat called blubber, which will insulate it from the cold and keep it warm. Now, one more adaptation of the polar bear is it has the ability to close its nostrils, which help it to stay underwater for long periods. Okay, so when it will go to the water, it will close its nostrils. Nostrils means nose. Yes, it helps. It has the ability to close its nostril, which help it to stay underwater for long periods. Then polar bear has strong sense of smell, which enable it to locate and catch its prey. So because of the strong sense of smell, it can catch its prey easily. Then polar bear has wide and large paws which help it for easy swimming and walking. Okay, so it has, you can see in the picture itself, it has a wide and large paws which helps easy for them to swim and walk in the snow caps. Understood, children? So polar bear, they have the ability to close its nostrils when they stay underwater, so that they can stay for long period underwater. Then they have a strong sense of smell which enable them to catch its prey. Then they have a wide and large paws which help them for easy swimming and walking. Now, polar bear has short ears. So you can see in the picture itself, they have short ears and short tail. Okay, due to that, they can easily lose the heat from the body. Okay, they have short ears and short ears and short tails, which help to lose heat from the body. Then it has a long, curved and sharp glass which provide good grip and help it to walk on ice. Okay, so it has a long and curved paws which help them to walk on ice. Now, next animal which can survive in polar region is penguins. So, adaptation in penguins. Certain characters of penguins made them to survive in the polar region. So, you know that penguins are flightless birds which is found in the polar regions. In the picture you can see the picture of penguins. So they are called as flightless birds and they are found in the polar region. And here you can see they have the white color in their body. So the white color in the penguins merges means mix or join with the white snow and help them to camouflage. Camouflage means it can mix with their surrounding. It can blend with their surrounding and looks like and resemble like its surrounding only. So if it is present in the white snow, the white color merges with the white snow and helps them to camouflage. So it can be resembled similar to its surrounding. Understood, children? Then they have thick skin and thick layer of fat which keep them warm in the extreme cold climate. Okay, so penguins, they have thick skin and thick layer of fat which keeps them warm in the extreme cold climate. Now their body is streamlined. So like other birds, their body is also streamlined and the feet have webs. So here you can see the feet of the penguins which has webs, enable them to swim in the water. Okay, then their ears are very small which prevent heat loss from the body. Okay, so they have very small ears which prevent heat loss from the body, and they huddle together in groups to keep themselves warm. Huddle means they all will join, or they will group together, they will get together in group to keep themselves warm. Okay, so these are certain characters of penguins which made them to survive in polar region. So first we have seen that they are flightless birds and their white color merges with the white snow which help them to camouflage. Then they have thick skin and thick layer of fat which help them warm in the extreme climate, and their body is streamlined and the feet have verbs which enable them to swim. Then their ears also very small which prevent heat loss from their body, and they huddle together in group to keep themselves warm. Now adaptation in birds. So you can see some of the birds, they will escape from harsh weather climate in search of food or breeding purposes. So you have learned about migration in your previous class. Are you remembering? So what is meant by migration? The mass movement of birds escape from harsh weather in search of food or breeding purpose. So breeding purpose means in order to give birth to the young ones or in search of food, they will migrate, they will move from one place to another where the climate is favorable for them to stay. Okay, so such process is called what? Migration. Such movement of birds to escape from the harsh weather climate or for breeding purpose is called migration. Now example we can see. So in this picture you can see the Siberian cranes. So these Siberian cranes will visit India from Siberia, Siberia after some time. Every year from 2001 the Siberian cranes used to visit India from Siberia. For a few months it will stay in India and fly back to Siberia when the winter ends and the climate become favorable for them. Okay, so Siberian cranes, they will visit India from Siberia and once the climate favorable for them, again they will fly back to Siberia. Now Arctic tern flies. So here you can see in the picture Arctic tern. It is a bird which flies to Antarctica from the Arctic region. Okay, so they will fly from the Arctic region to the Antarctica and it flies back to the Arctic region when it is summer. So during summer again it flies back to the Arctic region. Now adaptation to desert region. So you know desert is a very hot weather, is a very hot place where all the living organism cannot survive. Yes? So certain features of some animals made them to survive in desert. Let us see the adaptation to desert region. So desert means they are the regions their annual rainfall is not enough to support the growth of plants and animals. So this region, they have a less rainfall, which is not enough to support the growth of all plants and animals. Such regions are called as desert. So the day temperature of desert is about 50 degrees Celsius or more, and at night it falls down. Okay, so at the day temperature of desert is about 50 degrees Celsius or more, and at night it will falls down. And the problem, one of the common problem of the desert is scarcity of water. Scarcity means what? Lack of water. Okay, so there is no water. The plants and animals will not get proper water, which is important for their growth. This is one of the common problem in the desert. Now, the animal which can survive in the desert is camel. So now we can see how the camel can survive in desert. So does camel have hump? So here you can see in the picture, this is called hump. Okay, so this hump that stores in the hump, camel stores fat, which enable to survive without food for long time. Okay, so they can survive for long time without food, as the hump, in the hump region they will store fat. Then they have big eyelashes, which will prevent sand from entering the eyes during sandstorm. So in this desert, when there is a blow of wind, sandstorms usually occur. Okay, so during sandstorms, the big eyelashes present in the camel prevent sand from entering the eyes during sandstorms. Then camel can close nostrils. So like polar bear, it can also close nostrils, which will prevent sand from entering its nose. Camel can drink a large quantity of water at a time. So at once a time it can drink a large quantity of water, and it will store the water in its body, which can be used by it later when there is unavailability of water. So when there is no water, camel will use this water which is stored by it in its body. Okay, so it can drink a large quantity of water at a time. Then camel has broad padded feet. Okay, they have a broad padded feet which enable to walk on a sand easily. So we know when we are going to seashore, it is very difficult to walk on the sand. Yes, but as the camel has broad padded feet, they can easily walk on the sand. Then they have a thick lips, which help it to eat prickly plants like cacti. So prickly plants means, you know, the plants which has thorns. Okay, so as the camel, they are having thick lips, they have thick lips, so it helps them to eat prickly plants like cacti. So these are some of the features which help the camel to survive in the desert. I hope that you have understand about the adaptation of some animals in this class. So if you have any doubt, you can ask children. Thank you.